What's good, everybody? Welcome into the early edge. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine. I, of course, am your leader, the coach. This is Wednesday, August 4th, and we are here every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are going currently through the dog days of summer. We can't wait for football to get here. Another ho-hum day on the show yesterday. However, our social media picks kind of picked us up. But to show you the razor-thin difference between winning and losing, as we bring up the recap from yesterday, I'm telling you, Mad Max in the Thunderdome, he was this close to 4-0. This close to 4-0. Kikuchi was just rolling along. And then they just take him out. We tell you on social media, right now, strikeouts are very difficult because they're trying to save pitchers and innings. So we lost by half a strikeout. Then the Cubs, all game, we're sitting on one run. We had the under. They scored a 6th run in the 9th inning on a balk. On a balk! So that's where it is. I kind of feel like it's fantasy camp day today because we're trying out a brand new producer. So if it's a little clunky, I'm not going to tell you who that producer is till the end. If it's brilliant, I'll tell you who that is at the end. So we're trying to make our team functionable and efficient. So let's bring in the stars of the show today. We know them. We love them. Oh, there they are. First of all, right below me, he is our number one handicapper in all of Major League Baseball, Maddie Severance. Good morning, sir.
Ready for a bounce-back day myself. Last night was ugly.
It's all right. It happens. It happens. We tell people all the time. When you do it 7 days a week, it's not just going to be one day. It could be 3, 4. It could be a week. It happens. It happens. Zack attack. Late last night, I fell asleep. I had to be honest. I couldn't stay up for that Boeheim's Army game. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. You know what? DeAndre Kane, one of their main guys, he went down in the first few minutes. I just wanted them to win. They were playing horrible pick-and-roll defense, but the rest were letting them play. There was a lot of hard fouling going on, calls not being made. But Kiefer Sykes, he stole the show towards the end, got hot when they needed him. They were down 6 or 7 in the fourth quarter, got hot, took over in the Elam ending, and it was great to see it post-game and see all the theatrics. Syracuse fans were going crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love these different tournaments and sports that we get to see that are a little bit out of the ordinary. All right, let's jump right into our storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And Maddie, I believe you have one first.
Yeah, experienced bettors, used to celebrate Matt Harvey Day. That means you fade whatever team he's on, easy money. He's at the Yankees today, and of course the Orioles are huge underdogs. However, that's no longer a thing. He's like the Dark Knight again. He's thrown at least 6 shutout innings in each of his past 3 starts. The only such streak of his career, and his 18.1 scoreless inning streak is the longest in baseball right now. Believe it or not, his 1.60 ERA career against the Yankees is the lowest against New York, dating back to 2013, of a guy who has 5 starts against them. So I'm not sure it's such a lock to bet the Yankees today, even though Jameson Town has been excellent at home.
I will have to admit that this show has been in that fade Matt Harvey boat as well. We made a lot of money this year off of him, but you're right, Maddie. Maybe we need to pump the brakes just a little bit. Zach, I apologize. I forgot to ask you, do you have a storyline today, sir?
I do have one briefly. Summer League basketball began yesterday, as I mentioned, in California and Utah, and I want to spotlight the Sacramento Kings and Davion Mitchell. Sometimes you see these guys get hot. The rookie, he's going to play pretty much all the games. So it's something worth monitoring because there's only 4 teams playing in California and in Utah. These teams will go to Vegas here on the 8th. And so this head start can be beneficial to them. We've seen the Lakers win it when they played in the California Classic. And the last team, 2019, the Memphis Grizzlies, played in the Utah Classic, and they won it behind Brandon Clark. So keep an eye on how Davion Mitchell continues to play for the Sacramento Kings. It might be worth putting a little future on.
Yeah, there are definitely lines on all the games. There's lines on how much guys can score. I mean, there's pretty much lines on anything. It shows how much the NBA Summer League has really grown over the years to make it now very much sports betting friendly. All right, let's jump right in. Let's start with our SportsLine plays today. And if you're not a part of us in the SportsLine community, what are you doing? Use the promo code EDGE. We're going to give you 30 days for free. We'll let you try it out. All the cappers, the entire site, all the simulations. You're going to love it, and then you're going to want to be with us full time. So use that promo code EDGE. All right, we've got 2 plays today from the site. We're going to start in men's basketball in the Olympics. We're getting down. The United States has started to play well. However, we are fading them today. That's right, we're fading Team USA. We're going to go with Australia, plus 12. Now, they burned us against Argentina a couple of days ago, winning by 38 points. They're getting 12 against Team USA. They beat them in an exhibition recently. They looked great against Argentina, scoring 97 points. They're getting 12. Let's take Australia, courtesy Mike Turney, our Olympic basketball expert. Then our second play, we're going to go in baseball. Angels, Rangers, over 8. Now, when Shohei Ohtani is on the mound, you think, oh, it's the under. He's dominant. His numbers are great the last 6 starts. That's not the case. His last 7 starts resulted in at least 8 runs being scored. 7 starts, at least 8 runs. That's the over today. That's what we're playing. All right, Maddie, you are up first. What do you have for us today? The floor is yours.
We won on the Rockies yesterday versus the Cubs, and I'm just going to put the Cubs as a fade Cubs unless Kyle Hendricks is on the mound on the road for the rest of the season. This is just going to be easy money again. John Gray has been great since coming off the injury list for Colorado, and he's been very good at home all season. 7 quality starts there. Chicago's Alec Mills and ERA about 6 on the road. I expect this to be another blowout like last night's was. And then I know we're going to conflict here with one of Zach's picks a little bit, although we could both win. I like the Tigers on the run line against Boston. Of course, they won last night. Detroit's kind of like the Rockies of the American League. They're just such great value at home, but they can't, they're not trustworthy on the road at all. Casey Mize has been the 3rd most profitable pitcher in the majors this year, worth a little over $1,000 if you bet on $100 on each of his starts. He's frankly better than Eduardo Rodriguez, who's on the mound. Detroit's 5-1 in its past 6 at home against lefties. Boston's not scoring right now. I'm not going to take the Tigers straight up as an underdog, but they're almost even money on the run line, so that's my pick on that one.
Yeah, they won last night. People, Maddie, ask me all the time, do you guys get together and talk about your picks before the show to make sure they all make sense? No. You guys do what you guys do, and I just run the show. And so sometimes it's going to mean that we have games that go head up against one another. And that's the way sports betting goes. We're not going to tell anybody what to do. So, Zach, with that being said, kind of low-key shots fired from Maddie Severance. What do you have to say to that, sir?
Well, actually, it could work out. I think there was a scenario last week with the Minnesota Twins and Detroit Tigers where Justin Perry had the Detroit Tigers on the run line, and the Twins ended up winning money line. So hopefully that'll happen with the Boston Red Sox. But I'm going to start off with the St. Louis Cardinals, a home underdog, very slightly, plus 101 against the Atlanta Braves. I think a change of scenery is going to be beneficial for pitcher J.A. Happ, comes over from the Twins. And I think sometimes you can examine a win that the Atlanta Braves had yesterday and look at the flaws and take against it going into the next day. The Braves, they got 5 early runs against John Lester, but only scored 1 run beyond the 2nd inning. I think that's going to be a problem with pitcher Drew Smyly on the mound today for the Braves. He's lasted only a few innings, his last few starts, 3-4 innings. And then you look at the Braves, every single time they're about to get to 500, they just lay an egg. Here we go again, 53 and 54. I think that scenario happens again. Let's take the St. Louis Cardinals plus 101. And then the Boston Red Sox minus 145. Matt's mentioned what you can go against them here to take the front line of Detroit Tigers. Well, I like the Red Sox. I know they've lost a season-high 5 straight, but you look at Eduardo Rodriguez, the key with him on the mound. I know he has a high ERA, 5.6, but he has strong run support. His last 10 starts, the Red Sox have averaged 7 runs. Let's take them to bounce back today at minus 145.
Oh, I like a lot of those nuggets. By the way, the odds at Caesar Sportsbook that Jay Smooth would be watching the show when you mentioned his name was plus 180. So he just cashed that ticket. He just cashed the ticket. Because, of course, Jay Smooth is watching live because he wants to hear if anybody's talking about him. And today you did. Zach, we have to fade Jay Smooth's name from now on. We have to fade it. We have to fade it. All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here we go. Here's the recap. Oh, ho, ho, ho! And now I can tell you because we're at the end of the show. Alan Bell, AB, our guy, has been behind the 1s and the 2s today. So you see how his ego. You see his ego. I'll get to that in a second. Maddie Severance, a little recap. Rockies, minus 145. We're fading the Cubs the rest of the season, he says. Then the Tigers on the run line against the Red Sox, plus 1.5. Almost even money. You're only laying 20 cents. Then Zack Attack, he's on the Cardinals, plus 101. He's on the opposite side, but the money line. So if it's a 1-run win by the Red Sox, everybody wins. And then from the SportsLine site, we're going to go Australian men's basketball over Team USA, getting 12 plus 12. And then the Angels Rangers over 8. Shohei Ohtani is on the mound for the Angels today. Then Alan Bell. We couldn't just go with the Jeweler's Gym. We had to go with AB's parlay. So if it hits, I'm going to keep it. If it doesn't, boop, out the window. Here's what we're going to do. Angels Rangers over 8. Cardinals, Red Sox. Plus 535. Very, very tasty. Alan Bell, I don't know. Putting it all on the line on day one as our producer when the jeweler is out. All right. We'll see what happens. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Remember, do you? Oh, we almost got there. And then he drops the ball. As I was saying, in the dog days of summer, don't slip up. Money management, laser focus. Take it easy. Football's right around the corner. Remember, this is your daily sports betting show of record. We like to call it the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.